Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join me for another transfer update. As ever, in the window we'll look at all of the noteworthy deals involving Championship teams. This is episode number 5, so if a player from your club is not included in this one, maybe in a previous video, may well be in the next video as well. It's just gone 5:30 on Monday, so any deals that haven't been announced as done will be in future videos. Remember, we do not talk about rumours. I need to see the player holding the shirt and we can do a little bit of chit chat about the buying club, the selling club. Do we think it's a good deal? And as ever, we're not particularly interested in transfer fees and speculation as to what they are, because it never turns out to be true. Anyway, let's have a look at our first player of this episode. Is Bright Asai Samuel, who has gone off to play for Fenerbahce, or has he? Because he's going at the end of the season. So Bright Samuel, we knew his contract was running into the last year. There were lots of links in the summer for the right-sided attacking wing player. I think it was Belgium he was linked with most heavily, but stayed put, and now he's done a deal to go and play in the Turkish Super League with Fenerbahce at the end of the season. Now there's a very interesting line in the statement here. Asai Samuel will remain a QPR player until the end of the 2021 season unless Fenerbahce reach an agreement with the club for his early release, and if it's deemed to be productive for either party, or it's not going to be tenable for Bright Samuel to stay, maybe we might see, I don't know, some kind of short-term loan done to negate that. It's all about the money at this point, but Samuel will not be staying at QPR beyond the end of the season. He's been an excellent player. There were the three musketeers last season, weren't they? Eze, Samuel and Chair. Only Chair will be left, or will he, past the end of the season. So good deal for the player. Always good to see young Championship players going and having a crack abroad, especially in what can sometimes be a hostile environment in Turkey, but it has been a good market for Championship players to go to. So good luck to Bright Samuel, and we'll see if he does indeed finish out the season or whether an agreement will be made. In terms of QPR, well, they've lost a very good player for no money. Now, I'm sure Rangers fans will point fingers at Samuel for letting the contract run down, but ultimately that is the club's business, and situations like this are to be avoided, as QPR are going to be losing out on probably a pretty sizable fee. Get your comments in on Bright Asai Samuel to Fenerbahce. Here's one that will get tongues wagging. Jack Wilshere, a free agent, has signed a deal with Bournemouth to the end of the season. Wilshere is only 29. He seems to have been around forever. Obviously, an England player, an international as they call him. England international. I'm not sure he'll be anywhere back near the squad anytime soon. That would be the comeback of all comebacks, wouldn't it? But there is no doubt that in his prime, Jack Wilshere was an incredible central midfielder for Arsenal. I'm sure many watching will remember signature performance against Xavi and Iniesta and Busquets, presumably all playing against Barcelona at the Emirates for Arsenal. And we thought, as England fans, we had the next world star central midfielder, not like us English football fans put pressure on players. Kind of fizzled out a bit his career since. You can see he went on loan to Bournemouth back in 2016 and spent the last couple of years on from what we realise, a pretty hefty contract over at West Ham. Now, this will get the big name derangement syndrome going, because we know it's fairly easy to forecast. We'll get comments that just say, oh, Jack Wilshere, what are they doing? Oh, he's past it. La-di-da. Well, we don't know the salary. We don't know the intricacies of the deal, whether it's pay as you play. What we do know is Wilshere has been training with Bournemouth for the past few weeks, and they clearly would not sign a player just randomly on name value who wasn't keeping up in training for sure. So have a think before you cast aspersions on this one. If it's a preferable deal for Bournemouth, i.e. it's ratcheted against performance and then they've got obligation to buy maybe at the end of the season if it does go well, could be a really good deal. I'm not saying he will be, but if he's anywhere near the player he was, Jack Wilshere will not find the Championship difficult. Whether he is still anywhere near that player will remain to be seen. This could be a masterstroke, or it could be sink without a trace and we don't actually see him that much. But certainly an interesting one, and as ever, I am willing to give this one a chance, and I'd love to see him back on the pitch and in the Championship. Jack Wilshere to Bournemouth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Max Watters is a name that's been bandied about recently, and he's gone from Crawley to Cardiff. And I said we don't want to worry about transfer fees, but there was actually one paid for this guy. We won't speculate, as I always say, unless you can show me the deal memorandum. It's not really relevant. We get a lot of people either inflating or deflating with very little evidence transfer fees to suit whatever agenda they have. We will just talk about the player and the club. So Max Watters, 21, a forward. Look at that, 13 goals in 15 games for Crawley down in League 2. Now, if we're to assume that the fee is of a reasonable nature, then this isn't just a punt and send a guy out on loan and hope he does okay. It looks like he's going to be in the Cardiff squad and trying to get into that first team. Neil Harris has got Rob Glatzel, Kiefer Moore up there, two big guys. Has he got a Max Watters type poacher? No, he hasn't. So perhaps could work a front two like Neil Harris had with Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory at Millwall when he was managing there. Obviously, he's got to make the step up, but as they say, the goal doesn't move. It's in the same place in League 2 as it is in the Championship as well. So we wish Max Watters good luck. Be interesting for you guys to let me know your expectations. Is he just going to be bench and then see if he can play his way in? Or is this someone who's going to be ready to play right now at Championship level? Only 21 and a long deal there till 2024. Let me know what you think in the comments. Max Watters from Crawley to Cardiff. There is Cal Naismith, who has gone from Wigan to Luton, or to be pedantic, gone from a free agent to Luton as he'd instigated a departure from Wigan by mutual consent. And without wishing to be unfair, it really is a case of last one out of Wigan, turn the lights out. And this is almost it now. Obviously, the administration happened at Wigan last season, and Naismith really, if we wind back to that team that beat Hull by 8 and couldn't quite survive the 12-point deduction, he was the only one really that was still there. The likes of Marshall and Byrne, and Kipray, and Dunkley, and Robinson, and Morsey, and Moore, and I'm sure I'm missing out Williams. He went to Bristol City. Look, the whole team has gone. Kieran Dowell, obviously on loan, has ended up at Norwich. Naismith was the only one still there. Wigan now down towards the bottom of League One, but he has wound up at Luton. This is a good signing. I've seen him play up and down the left-hand side, left back, left on a front three, left in a 4-2-3-1. Could presumably play left wing as well. Nathan Jones likes a more tight inside midfielder, famed for that 4-4-2 diamond. But look, for a free agent, for someone who performed at a decent level for a decent Wigan team, only struck down by the -12 in the administration, you'd assume if the salary is preferable, this is a good deal for Luton, and he's most definitely championship ready. So seems a bit of a no-brainer, and I suspected we would see him back in the championship when that mutual consent departure from Wigan, presumably just to get off the wage bill there, was complete. Obviously, we wish Wigan luck in the ongoing search for a new owner, and we wish Naismith luck at Luton. I like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here he is again, Victor Gyökeres, who we spoke about very, very recently as leaving Swansea. So Gyökeres had been brought in on loan at Swansea from Brighton and couldn't get in the team, frankly. We thought that Swansea needed a striker, particularly after Rhian Brewster did so well in that role on loan last season. They turned to Gyökeres late on in the transfer window, if memory serves. He came in on loan and he didn't get in the team. Andre Ayew and Jamal Lowe, a winger, now converted into a striker. He does wear number 9, to be fair to him, has meant that Gyökeres just couldn't get on the pitch, could he? So, back to Brighton he goes, but presumably before he even unpacked his bags, it was out to Coventry, who already have centre-half Leo Ostigard on loan from Brighton. And we've said previously, Brighton's squad and the farm system there has been good for the Championship. Ben White, Matt Clark, Ostigard, we mentioned there, Gyökeres as well. There's a few plying their trade in the Championship. And for Gyökeres, he's just got to hope he can get on the pitch. Now, obviously, Godden and Biamu have been playing up top. Tyler Walker as well for Coventry this season. So he joins that roster. We'll see how he does. I'm undecided because I didn't see enough evidence at Swansea. But I presume highly thought of to come to a second Championship team on loan. And it's going to be a second chance. Can he get on the pitch and can he get some goals? Let me know what you think in the comments. Victor Gyökeres from Brighton to Coventry. Ben Hamer, Huddersfield to Swansea. Hamer's been around for ages, hasn't he? 33-year-old. They needed some cover in goal. It looks like he's quite familiar to Swansea's head of recruitment, Andy Scott, and their chief exec, Julian Winter. So a familiar face to those two. In he comes as cover. Obviously, Freddie Woodman has that goalkeeping position pretty well locked down. Hamer had been out on loan at Derby last season to mixed reviews, but all you want really from your cover goalkeeper is experience, a good character, someone who trains well, and somebody who, if needed, can come in and do a job over whatever duration they're going to be needed for. So Hamer comes in to Swansea. I wonder, can he grab himself a promotion? They're up in second. I think he's done a couple of League One promotions before in his career. So good luck to Ben Hamer, but we don't see him getting too much football. And that is transfer update number 5. Let me know what you think in the comments on any of those deals. I will reiterate, it's just coming up to 6 o'clock on Monday night. So if anything goes through after I've finished filming, obviously that will be in the next video. Let me know if you support any of the teams that have either brought or sold or loaned out any of these players. Let me know what you think. Who does the deal benefit most? Hopefully all three parties, player, buying club, selling club. That's the one. Doesn't always work out that way. Thank you everybody for watching. More information at the end on Patreon. and all of that good stuff. And no doubt we still have plenty of time left. It's only the 18th of January in this transfer window. We will be back with at least another 5 transfer updates. Thank you all for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.